No, we had talked about it before, before the kickoff, that if we were able to get a good return and put the ball in position to, take some shots, we would. So, we had a plan before, we ever got in that situation. And, Rod did a great job. Hot Rod did an excellent job of getting us out and putting us in position on the return, to do that. And, just execution of the first play and then obviously the second play, it's just an outstanding job by our guys.
That video of you kind of going viral of you celebrating at the end of that drive,
Mm-hmm.
what kind of feedback have you got on that?
Oh, everybody asked me about it. Have asked me, I was excited, because, what happens that, when you go through something like that, you're playing tendencies that happen during a game. There was some tendencies that going into the game we knew they were validated during the game, and to be able to nail a call, during the game in that kind of critical situation, you got to trust your instincts because you got to, it's got to happen again, and it did, and that's what kind of, that's exciting point one, and then point two was the execution of the play. Guys did a great job.
So you were happy?
Yes, yeah, I was.
Sound like man, because at first I thought you had. And
no,
watching the game, you looked
no,
pissed.
no. Who did?
The guys around you.
Oh no, Riley.
After what play was that?
Oh, the last play.
Is that a tendency for you to get that fired up?
I get a little revved up. Yeah, I don't hide my emotions. Yeah, that's the competitive side that comes out. It's my wife keeps telling me I got to tone it down. But whenever I have to tone it down, I'm going to retire because I still love the game. Still, that's the competitive stuff. Get a little goofy sometimes.
Do you have any update on Tajay's availability?
No, we're still working with him. He'll be, day to day. As we get closer, we'll keep trying to push him out there.
I don't know if you want to answer this or if this is a Charlie question, but Desmond Harrison, are you at a point where you just might redshirt?
That's probably better for Charlie.
Sure.
Probably better for Charlie to answer. He's the 51% on that one.
And I know, we talked a lot about Swoops. I was just kind of curious about Gerard, though, who's behind him.
Right.
You talked about a lot of the development of Swoops. How are you making sure that Gerard is still up to speed, just in case you had to go to him?
We, the way we practice, you've heard me talk about it, the way we practice with our backups, our two guy gets a lot of reps. Our twos in general get a lot of reps. So we've been able to bring him along. He's actually been able to share reps in 7-on-7 because of the way we practice 7-on-7. So he's gotten that against the defense. He's gotten against the look that we're getting ready to play. For example, the opponent this week, Kansas State. Then he gets a scout period also. He gets the majority of them. He get obviously the 2 reps, and then what we try to do is when Ty is going and we're out of that type of realm of our practice, because there's times when we put good on good when it's a competitive drills, 1s on 2s, 2s on 1s. He's with me, and I talk him through and have him give me the mental aspect of before Ty runs it, and then he obviously goes out and gives runs the offense. For this week, for example, K-State against our defense to give them a faster look.
So I know during games he doesn't wear headsets, and Trey usually does. Why is that?
Well, Trey's involved in our signals. He's involved in our signals, and he gets the plays, from Justin Burke, and from Trey. He's right there where he can get them. Logan's been involved in our signals, and so is he. I try to keep the 2 guy out of it so that they can watch the game. He needs to watch the game and see what's going on, and then he's with me, after the series are over with. He's hearing the whole conversation between us.
Shawn, it's really easy to say that Ty has gotten to the point where, hey, he's going to be the guy, but he hasn't really had a big signature win yet over a ranked program. That could happen this week. Is that fair to say that he's not? Don't label this guy as the guy yet.
Well,
or is it okay to do that?
He's doing pretty good. Yeah. He's doing pretty good. I think what you're talking about is critical, though, in his development and our development of our team. I think every quarterback's got to go out and get the big win,
right?
Because that those big wins are what I think begin to define your career, and that goes along with big wins like playing a ranked opponent like we're playing this week at their place, and also goes along with winning championships. So those are all things that he has to grow too, and that's an important part of his development. Absolutely, I think that's big for him. That's his next step.
Was this game a Farnham League? Did you see progress, and was this?
Yeah, he played really well. He really did. He took a big step. But he played really well against Oklahoma, and he took another big step this week. I think what you see is you see him playing with confidence, and the things we talked about before about learning to compete, in a game and just let the game come to you and react and play fast. He's learned to trust that now, and that's what you saw this past week. Is on a more consistent basis. I think he's playing free right now. He's not processing. He's not thinking. He's just trusting and reacting, which is all the hard work and preparation that goes in. Really, for him, starts Sunday and lasts until the final, before the ball hits. The foot hits the ball and the kickoff. He's I keep him working. So I think he's really learning how to prepare, which has also helped him, besides the fact that he's grown to get comfortable with what we're doing and his role in it.
Shawn, how many plays do you script to start a game? And have you, the struggles at the start of the third quarter, do you script some for that quarter?
No, I do that too.
You do?
Well, that's what I was referring to last week. I went back to that. And, sometimes those get interrupted, though, by adjustments that they've made, for us. So sometimes those things are good. I always try to take a plan in there that's different from what the second half plan or first half plan was. So what they've prepared for is not what they're going to get the second half. They have to get the pens and papers back out, or the boards on the sideline, keep scratching, keep working.
You generally have two different plans,
Yeah,
one for the first,
one for the second. Yes, I do.
Thinking about swapping them since the first is so much better.
No, I like doing the first, getting out of the gates. But everything's set up. We set things up. For Ty, really to help him and help our receivers. There's a lot of things that go into what we do. A lot of it's for rhythm. A lot of it's for touches. Who gets touches? Is it, what backs get touches how? What receivers get touches how? Because we're not only trying to create rhythm, but we're also trying to create touches for guys who can, impact the game early. So all that goes into developing those openers. And that openers list sometimes, I'll go anywhere from 15 to 20, 25, and those things are hot. Basically, for me, it's a hot list. I might use the first, let's say like this past week, I used the first 21, and we were on task with what we were doing. You get off of it when you're in situational football. You don't, those calls are not represented in nickel downs or goal line, etc. Anything that would cause you, situationally to get off, you get off. But we were, we had a really, good plan going in, and we felt good about what we were doing. As the week went on, and that's what Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday is all about for us, is getting a feel for that plan.
Shawn, so much has been made of Texas struggles in Manhattan. When you were at Nebraska, what was that place like? Why is it such a tough place? Or why is it such a tough place?
Well, I think what they've done there is they've got a nice culture going there. Coach Schneider is an icon in our business. I mean, the guy has been unbelievable. He's a great coach. And he's made that that whole environment there, a special environment. It's theirs, and they own it, and that it's a tough place to go. They got a great crowd. They're always into the game. Students are right behind you. It's always packed, and they're very loyal. They're very loyal. I mean, they're fans that they reminded me a lot of the people, the Nebraska fans. They come out and they're there, rain, shine. They're there. They're behind that team. So they've created a culture there that he should get all the credit for, because they believe in what he's doing and what he's done.
Kind of going back to what Mike was asking about a quick start.
Mm-hmm.
So how much does it help you in what you want to do that it doesn't seem like you have to spend 3 or 4 plays of running the 1, 2, 3 outs to get him some confidence? Y'all can get him going.
Right.
Does it make a huge difference in how you building it?
Oh yeah. We when we started off, we started off with simple things for him. Now we've progressed into we go fast. We go after the chunks faster, sooner, quicker. You know, we're able to do more things, you know, with our run pass checks, you know, than we've been able to do with him these last 2 weeks, especially, and our you know, our decide game. So that helps him a lot, gives him a lot of rhythm.
How many times did he audible Saturday?
Oh gosh, I'd have to. He probably, you know, a lot of our stuff is based off of. Some of it is the audible game. You know, probably not a bunch. I would say probably 5 or 6 times. You're talking about starting off in the first half. That might be a lot. I'd say probably about 5 times that I can think of. And then you know, he holds a lot of different, because we do things different. You know, we'll do some pass decides, some run decides. You know, that are really it's a run play with a pass involved, and you know, he does a nice job of managing that. So that's. He's got to make it right. He's got to make decisions, is what I'm saying to you.
But during BYU, UCLA first couple of starts.
Oh, there's nothing. No, it was straight line. It was streamlined. It was straight.
Yeah.
It was straight football.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't let him have the steering wheel at all.
Coach, you know, prior to the season, you guys were looking for a receiver to step up.
Yeah.
John Harris has played incredible past year. Can you just speak about his production and what he's doing?
Well, he's become, you know, he's become the poster child for what we want in our program. I think offensively and defensively, every coach would tell you, because you know, he's invested himself in, you know, our program, and he's invested himself in what he expected to get out of it. I remember, you know, he was considering not coming back because I think he was disappointed in some of the things that happened in his career before then, and before we got here, and you know, he was really down and he gotten heavy, and you know, we basically say, hey, look, give us a chance to coach you. And you know, I was looking for a big guy. You need a guy like, you know, we had Devontae Parker there at Louisville, a big guy that can handle the boundary routes and play in, you know, both inside and outside lanes, and we can move around. And he seemed to be the best body type we had. And you know, once we got into it and started working with him, he had a great competitive spirit about him. I mean, he's a great competitor, and that's the thing that he does for us, and that's why I think we'd all point to him. That's what you want, because John just plays at such a high competitive level. I mean, he competes for the ball. He bailed Ty out on a short throw early in the first half. You know, he let one go down the boundary. It was for about 30-some yards, and it was thrown inside, but John outcompeted the corner for the ball. He's done that several times. So he's just got a great competitive edge, and he's learned to develop his skills and fundamentals at the position that it takes to be successful, and he uses his big body. Great hands catcher.